Why hello there fellow trainers. In today's video we're going to go through every single Pokemon that's being added to Cobblemon in the 1.4 update, and we're going to do it in style and the best shaders I can manage. Let's start off on the new Pokemon with Gen 2. Now you'll see some Pokemon in the background that are not Gen 2. Don't look at them. Scout's Honor. First up, Aipom. Look at this cutie. Aipom has some really cool animations too. Donphan and Phanpy. Two more gorgeous models. We got Teddiursa and Ursaring, Snubbull and Grample with some fantastic models and walk animations, Flaffy, Mareep, and Ampharos. Of all of Gen 2, I think these are the Pokemon I'm most excited to use, except for maybe the starters. And then we got Sudowoodo. That's a Slippy reference. I haven't seen Noctowl turn around this entire oh my god, it happened! Hello, buddy! Hey! Oh, alright, see ya. Never mind. We've got Hoot Hoot and Gligar. The tongue on Gligar is hilarious and amazing. We've got Shuckle, Chinchou, and Lantern. Shuckle, can you turn around for me, buddy? Shuckle, Shuckle. There's Shuckle. Shuckle looks so good, too. I'm a huge fan of that model. It's just clean, you know? Then we have Spinarak and Ariados, who do not have really animations. I think those are basically just placeholders. Then we've got the starters. We've got Totodile, Croconaw for Alligator, Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. Ooh, look at the mouth open on both of those boys. The for Alligator, like, head turn look for the alligator is pretty great. And then we've got Bayleaf and Chikorita and Meganium. Oh, we'll get a little look at all three. There we go, all three lines. Gen 2ers rejoice. They have finally made it. Let's do Gen 3. We're going up a level. We got Taillow and Swellow. We got Cacnea and Cacturn. Now, Cacnea does have a nice little face in here. That looks funny. If I can get him to behave. Come here. Hello. Oh, then we've got Shroomish with the Eternal Frown, but the like joyful and just a fantastic Breloom. We've got Duskull, which I really like his eye mechanic. He just looks so cool with the 3D box in him kind of thing. We've got Nincada and Ninjask and Shedinja. Head into a wall. Honestly, feels like it's on point. Look at those claws. I'm a big fan of these bug models. These are the best bug models to me. Like, I don't really think of bug Pokemon as something I really like. I guess Scyther, actually. Volbeat and Illumise. These ones are actually really cool, too, because they have the ability to, like, make a little buzzer thing on their butt that, like, turns on and off, I think? Maybe it's at night. I'm not really sure. And then some of the crowd favorites. I like this effect, too. Like, Ralts does have eyes under there. It can blink too. Kirlia, looking dainty, I guess, or maybe nimble, and Gardevoir. Now, Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir are not animated yet in 1.4, but they look fantastic, and they're in. We've got Zigzagoon and Linoone, and they look awesome. Honestly, like, these are Pokemon that I never think of as, like, things I'm excited about, but, like, Zigzagoon, with all the pains, looks insanely good. I love this style. Then we got Poochyena and Mightyena, with little teeth sticking out the side. The all black ears are kind of interesting. I didn't notice that before. I wonder if that's, it's been a long time since I've seen them in game. Oh, okay, well, rain. Do I want to change that? I don't think I do. I think we're gonna just leave it in the rain. It's kind of a nice vibe. They don't mind. We got Surskit and Masquerain. Surskit looking cute. Yeah, they look awesome. I'm a big fan of that model. It's very simple and very effective. Masquerain's little like buzzy wings are looking really cool too. I actually haven't seen that like up close before, but it looks real. Like it looks like a real bug, you know, flying around. That's crazy. Then we got Numel just chilling, a little childling, and the massive Camerupt. He looks sick. I mean, orange and blue are my favorite colors together, so, like, you know, that helps. Who is it? I think it's Torkoal. Torkoal has a bunch of smoke coming out of the back. I hope that Camerupt gets something like that. I don't know whether he actually has it. Like, I don't know. Maybe Torkoal just has that and Camerupt doesn't. He looks like he deserves it. And then... Oh, wait, not that. Just kidding. We got Barboach and Wishcash. If you're looking to have, like, your own little fishing pond or whatever, I think you need one of these dudes in a pasture. For some reason with a W. Like, he's like a trophy fish. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. All right, we'll get to the good boys. We'll even get the mountains in the background. Oh, and the create windmills, of course. Oh, look at these boys. Dude, they look so cool. I'm such a big fan of these dudes. In Gen 3, Ralt, Shroomish, and Beldamines, they are easily my favorites. These guys are just legends. You can see like the effect with Metagross trying to walk. Let's see him fly, huh? Oh, I'm gonna have to do this. Oh, I'm sorry. Bye, Metagross. But look at this guy flying. He's sick. Come on. I can't wait until we have like more Pokemon just flying all the time. I actually missed a bunch of Pokemon. I forgot I 2-tiered this one because there were so many. I missed Relicanth right here. And then we got Chimecho. A little fairy. Friendo, do you have a face? There's your face. Hello, Chimecho. We got Pelipper and Wingull. We've got Gorbis, and that's Clamperl. Clamperl is such a cute Pokemon too. This model is another one that really impresses me. Gorbis looking freaky. Huntail looking cute-ish. I don't know if I would say that. And that's Gen 3. My favorites are gonna be Breloom, Ninjask, Metagross, like the whole line. Once they're animated, for sure they'll Ralts line, no doubt. But Pelipper and Wingull are actually like, they're surprise picks for me. As Pokemon, Wingull and Pelipper were pretty forgettable, but in Cobblemon, they look amazing. And there's so much life in their animations that, yeah, heck yeah, I'm down for them. All right, it's Gen 4 time. I don't have as much experience with Gen 4 and on. Pretty much all about Cobblemon experience now. I'll share my favorites, but they're not as like historical. We've got Chatot. We got Combee and Vespiquen. What's funny is like I recognize Combee and Vespiquen, like their names and their models, but Chatot is like one that I just don't even know about, I feel like. Then we got Chingling, same thing, I don't know about them. Bonsly I definitely knew about, which is weird. Then we got Carnivine, another Pokemon I don't really know. Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray I do know a ton about, so I must have played this a little bit. I don't know how it's such a weird, like, I clearly, like, didn't finish the game, I imagine, is what it is. And then we got Gallade. I don't think I knew Gallade existed, honestly. Honestly, Gliscor is somebody I think I had seen, but I didn't really know much about. Dusk Noir, no shot. No shot I knew who that was. I definitely didn't. Breezel and Floatzel I've seen in Arceus, and Starly and Staravia and Staraptor, of course, I have seen. And then there's Ambipom, chilling up on his little edge, just like Apom. Where's Apom? There you are. In terms of favorites for me, Cobblemon-wise, I have to go with Ambipom. The model and the animations for Ambipom are incredible. I'm such a huge fan of Ambipom. Gallade looks awesome. For a little behind the scenes here, one of the original plans I had for the trailer was a battle between Quaquaval and Gallade. So Gallade actually got a Battle Idol, Battle Feint, and Battle Quirk because of that. And so he doesn't like, I don't know if he has all of his animations yet, because I think they might have been placeholders. Gliscor looks sick. I don't know anything about him. I don't even know what his typing is, but I want one now. I don't know if he has animations. I'm definitely biased towards animated Pokemon, I'll admit. Bonsly, I need. Chingling is absolutely one of my favorite, like, small Pokemon. Chingling is hilarious. It's such a fun animation, and they have a quirk where the like bell in their mouth just goes like back and forth a little bit. I don't know if it only happens during sleeping or not, but you can see it move when it walks. Oh god, it's so good. It's so good. I'm actually fawning over my own graphics settings right now, and yeah, I'm having a hard time not bragging about it. So I'll brag about it right now. Okay, Gen 5. While I was placing them down, I realized how they like are very line oriented. I don't think there's any single oh, there's just Boufflant actually. Boufflant's the only one. There's something that I really like about the design here where the sizes actually make sense. We've got Roggenrola, Boldore, or Boldore, whatever. He's Boldore to me, I don't care. And then Gigalith. Let's see if he walks. Yeah, he's got another one of those walks. And then we've got Cofagrigus trying to fly, I guess. I think that's what he's trying to do, because he does have a walk, so, but he's a ghost, so he can probably fly. We got Patrat, and we got Watchog. We got Yamask, who looks awesome. Very tiny, but very still well animated and moves well. And there's the Kofa walk. Cofagrigus walk is just insane. Whimsicott and Cottony, these are another good example of, I just love the way that they're modeled. They they have so much detail with them with the rotated blocks, and they just look so good. I love it. Then we've got Venipede, Whirlipede, and Scolipede. I'm sure you've seen the Whirlipede just going off back here. He's got just a cool walk. The eye in there just hidden in the side. It's just wrapped up forever. Then we got Pidove and Tranquil and Unfezant. Yeah, I mean, I'm not crazy about these birds, but, you know, they're cool. Lillipup, Herdier, and Stoutland. I don't know why, but I've never been a big fan of Stoutland's model, but I love Lillipup. Lillipup is obviously mega cute, and I actually really like Herdier. I kind of wish he was the final Evo. And then there's the Timberline. Now, they're not animated yet, but they're being animated is all I can say, and they're gonna look crazy, I think. So I'm really excited for that. Oh, what is that I see? A nice little acacia log with cinematic camera. It's so creepy. Timber, Girder, and Conkelder. That's right, they're in here. And then we got Bouffalant chilling off to the side. He's too big. I couldn't fit him in there. And there it is. Yes, hello there, Bob Ross man. Well, he's gone again. There's nothing I'm too super crazy about for Gen 5 like right now. Cofagrigus is just so wild that I love it. The Gigalith line is my favorite. Cofagrigus and Yamask right after that. And then I'm gonna go, even though they're unanimated, which is like crazy for me, I'm going Timberline. I've always had a hard time with bugs. If I have a single fear, it's bugs. Like I just don't like bugs. Venipede for me, no. And then Lillipup. Lillipup's awesome. In order for us to actually talk about Gen 6, we've got to talk about what's on my shirt first. Do you see this thing? It's kelp. If you didn't know this, I'm a man of kelp. That's actually a reason why Gen 6 has a banger in it. I mean, actually Gen 6 has like a few Pokemon that I just already am in love with. Let's start with the absolute best addition to Cobblemon, Skrelp, and Dragalge, the kelp Pokemon. These dudes I'm hunting down as soon as we update on Battlecraft. I'm so excited for them. Yep. So Skrelp and Dragalge, I think both only have water idols. Maybe Dragalge doesn't have an idol yet. Then we've got Bunnelby and Diggersby, who are fantastic. Honestly, Gen 6 is just like all bangers. They all look really great. Bunnelby's walk is one of the greatest things, as far as I'm concerned, that you'll get to like run across pretty often. You just get to see him hopping around. It's so lifelike. Like, look at the legs movement of this guy. It's so good. And then there's these dudes. Phantump and Trevenant are, again, some of my favorite Pokemon added. In real Pokemon games, I don't know much about these at all. Like, in fact, nothing, let's be real. I don't think I've seen them until Cobblemon. Their cries are amazing. The models, the animations, the sounds, everything. The general look and vibe of them, all of it. So they're absolutely on my favorite list. Talonflame and the Fletchling line. I love their cries. I showed them in the last episode. In terms of starter bird Pokemon, these are some of the best. We can actually take this moment to talk about one of the special remodels that happened. And for that, we got to go over here. If you were to take a look at Pidgeot's wings, these are a rework of the way that wings are going to work in Cobblemon. And this has been talked about in our Discord so far. You can join the Discord. It's in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Stay up to date with Cobblemon and get a little sneak peek and teasers. This wing style is so cool. Now, it doesn't have... This is a placeholder animation, and I've seen some of the animations that are coming for Pidgeot, and they're incredible. But let's just take a look at that for Talonflame. Talonflame is going to look so much cooler with full wings as far as I'm concerned. Now, I don't know that this is coming to Talonflame. If that never happens, well, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Another absolute win in Gen 6 Talonflame. And then we've got the Vivillon collection. I want you guys to find these for yourselves. They were shown in the trailer as well. And I believe that the way that you get them is by evolving your Spupa in the correct biome. If I wasn't going to meme and pick a favorite for this group, it would absolutely be Phantump and Trevenant. But, I mean, it's Skrelp and Dragalge. Come on. But on the same token, like, if Talonflame gets an upgrade, like, for the depth of the model and whatever, oh my god. Look at the shapes on Trevenant and Phantump and, like, the different blocks and all that. Whereas the birds, they don't really have much definition in the same way, I find. I don't know how to describe that because I'm just not an artist in that way. You know what, now that I look at it, it's actually that they're animated. So like the placeholder animations versus look at like the way that each bone sort of in Trevenant bends as he walks. His body, his midsection like moves side to side and forward and back and rotates a little bit. It's so crazy. And so the second that Talonflame has like the upgraded wings and has actual animations, oh my. Bunnelby is a goat of like wild wild Pokemon. I'm not quite as excited about like these two as Pokemon, but they look fantastic. And I'm not going to show it today, but Diggersby has an insanely cool sleep. One of the first or few, I think, that has a sleep quirk. I'm going Phantom Trevenant, Dragalge, Skrelp, and then Talonflame. The Vivillon line is awesome, but again, it's a bug. It's Gen 7 time. I haven't included Wishy-Washy schooling form in this because, well, I'm not actually sure you can get it yet. But Stuffle and Beware, Cutiefly and Rabombi, Comfey. We have Alolan Meowth and Alolan Persian. We have Alolan Raichu, which is, as far as like models go, one of my favorites. Alolan Raichu I love. And the way that it moves on the surfboard tail is just so good. We got Mudbray and Mudsdale. Mudbray has been super fun to work with for the trailer, so I'm a big fan. That has biased me a ton. Komala, awesome. I don't think he's fully animated yet. I think he has like a rolling walk animation, maybe? Then there's these dudes. Golisopod and Wimpod, which are just so goated. This guy is ice type, so you know I'm going to be getting myself a Crabominable on Battlecraft. Wimpod and Golisopod are definitely favorites, and then Alolan Raichu and Stuffle and Beware. Those are my ringers from this group. Wishy-Washy, once the battle transformation works, I will be insane. Let me show you. Hey, Walking Wake, I challenge you. Wishy-Washy, go! Oh god, where am I? Oh, there I am. I was crushed. I was dying for a moment. I was suffocating. Wishy-Washy, you are rather imposing. Oh, I actually forgot one Pokemon. He who rules the skies, not Corviknight, not Talonflame, not Pidgeot or Aerodactyl, but he who breathes the stratospheric air all by his lonesome, no wings required, Alolan Executor. An Aethermon, brought to you by Cobblemon 1.4. No, okay. I think he's actually confirmed to be a little bigger than he's supposed to be. Do I think Alolan Executor is a favorite? If he wasn't so big, I would actually say yes, but I don't know how I would ever do much with him. Like, I wouldn't want to battle with him because you can't see anything. You know, if he makes a face with his battle idol, who's ever gonna know? From a meme standpoint, he's incredible. From a practicality standpoint, he's basically the opposite. And that's Gen 7 added. Oh, you know what? Before we start Gen 8, we should take a look at the tail of Alolan Executor. Look at this tail. It is so derpy. That's the best probably view we're gonna get. Oh my god, I never noticed Ursaluna's eyebrows are raised. He's The Rock, or Stephen Colbert. Congratulations, buddy. I like both of those people. This dude is sick. He looks awesome. His texturing is like perfect to me. He looks brawlic, I guess is the word. He looks swole. And then we've got Obstagoon, who is like a fighter, like getting ready to unveil himself. Hello, sir. Maybe come this way. Oh, there he is. He is nasty. He looks sick. He looks so, what's the word? He looks so nefarious. That's the word I'm gonna use. I hope he gets a little bit bigger. There's so much detail to his model. It looks like he needs the size. That's all. That's my perspective. I'm so sorry that I put you guys like this. This is awkward. There we go. Zigzagoon and Linoon. I like this Linoon model a lot more. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just the contrast and like it looks, I don't know. Berserker looks amazing too. This is another perfect example of the awesome like effect of fur as pains. There's so much character to this. I've never really liked the Pikachu versions that are like a party hat or whatever. But this is like an integrated barbarian version of Meowth. Not just putting a barbarian helmet on him, but like making him an actual barbarian kind of thing. He looks sick, a Viking. And then there's Galarian Meowth, who looks like a serial killer, I guess. Yamper and Boltund. Now, Yamper and Boltund are on the same level as Gallade for me because they were worked on kind of for the trailer. Next up, we've got Rookity, Corvisquire, and Corviknight. Now, this dude, I don't know why, refuses to stand on that seat. And I've had him stand on seats before, I think, but he's just up in the air. When this guy gets a wing rework, oh my god. Now, he does have actual animations, and you can tell. You can see the wind blowing through his wings. It's incredible. You can see it on his beard, everything. It all looks so good. It's crazy. Barracuda and Ariscuda, this is the worst way to show them, to be fair. We'll get some footage. Editor gets some footage of them in the water. And then we've got Nickit and Thievul. These are Pokemon I don't really know much about, and they're ones that I didn't really see much of in the world, in the farm world, so I didn't put them in the trailer. But they have animations, and they look fantastic. Look at the quirks of the ears. Did you see that? I didn't know that existed until right now. Do it again. Come on, Nickit, do it again. Oh, there it was. And Sirfetch'd has like a battle idol quirk, but he's just doing it. It's cool that he just does it, honestly. That makes sense. And I'm sure people just decided, like, why not just have him go around challenging people effectively? And then we have Galarian Farfetch'd, who Sirfetch'd evolves from. And he's got the big leak just hanging behind him, kind of dragging. And then our final Gen 7 Pokemon, the... I don't know what to call them, okay? They're the sun. I love their models. This is what they look like with shaders up right now. I don't know a way to fix this. I think it's a bug with the mod and not like the shaders or whatever from what I've heard. Let me show you what it looks like without shaders. They look so good. You can see that the mane for Ponyta is animated, but Rapidash isn't yet. That is in progress. And I really hope we get the shaders thing figured out, but I'm definitely still a big fan for the Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash. And that's Gen 7. Oh, this one's Gen 7 too, I forgot. Phalanx. Phalanx is sick, has a bunch of really cool animations. I'm not really sure how they work. There's Phalanx's battle animation, but he also has like a triangle formation one, and I don't know if that's in the game yet or not. Pretty sure I just called that whole generation the wrong name. That was Gen 8, so let's finish it off with Gen 9. The last set of added Pokemon. I realize I'm missing 2 Pokemon. I believe that Nacli is the first evolution of Garganical. There's a little snail dude, a little salty snail dude, which is confusing. And then I think there's a middle one. I'm gonna have to look up the name. Knacklestack. Knacklestack, classic name. Oh, he's cool. He's a little tortoise dude. I like him. Let's start with the starters. Let's start at the beginning. We've got Sprigatito, Floragato, and Meowscarada. We've got Fuecoco, and Crocalor, and Skeledirge. And then the fabulous bird trio, Quaxly, Quaxwell, and Quaquaval. Quaquaval's cry is so good, and I've heard it so many times. I will play that for you. We have the families of Maushold. You can see them while they're running, while they're trying to run, at least, that there's a family of 4 over here. And then Tandemaus, there's no little babies with it. Then we got Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. Tinkaton is insane. In fact, if I was gonna pick, like, just blind which Pokemon is my favorite currently of all of these, I actually think that it might be Tinkaton, because Tinkaton is just so iconic with this update. While recording the trailer, we just always wanted to show off the animations for Tinkaton. Tinkaton is just full of life, is what I'm gonna say about Tinkaton. I super recommend getting one in your playthrough. Next up we got Fido, the early evolution, and then Daxbun, Flittle, and Espathra. That's an ostrich Pokemon, and then Flittle, it's, I don't know, a little chick, I guess? Next up, we got Varoom and Revavroom. I don't know or understand exactly what they're about. They look pretty cool, and I love the wheels, the chunky wheels, and the animations of them sort of like clunking along. Looks incredible. We got Lechonk and Oinkologne, who are not yet animated. We've got the Nacli line, which I think may have animations. Question mark. And then we've got Clement and Glamora in the back here, who are like poison specialists, I think, or something. They have this trippy thing going on with their faces. You can like look from this side and the pain will show up on its face, and look from this side and the pain will show up on the other side. It's crazy. We've got Citadel and Cetitan. Citadel being the smaller one, Cetitan the large one, which makes sense, the little toddler who waddles, and the Cetitan who stomps the ground. Then we've got Maschiff and Mabostiff, I believe. I can't believe how many Pokemon I've learned. I have not played with these ones, really. They don't have animations yet, I don't think. In fact, of the dog Pokemon, I believe that Yamper and Boltund are the only ones that have animations. I'm trying to think quick if I'm wrong about that. Well, Snubbull is kind of a dog, I guess. Next up, we'll go in the back here. We've got Annihilape, a competitive beast. People make a big deal of him whenever he's on the field. That's all I know. I don't really know much about him. Hey, stop pushing me. I'll go inspect it. Fine. When we were having the tournament, people would always freak out when he came out. So me being very new to competitive, I didn't really understand. Next up, we got Charcadet. But Charcadet's evolved forms are also in. We've got Armarouge on the left and Cerulege on the right, and the Halo laser blades on Cerulege. Pretty awesome. Cerulege and Armarouge do have animations. It looks like Charcadet at least has a walk. I'm not sure about what else. I did mess around with Charcadet, but I don't recall. We're going to take a little look at Squawkability, and it's 4 different colors. Wooper got animations. I don't think Quagsire did, and I know Clodsire didn't yet. But Shroodle and Grafaiai do have animations, and I haven't seen them. In fact, these are the only ones I've ever seen of Shroodle and Grafaiai, and I love them. I think I have some footage of Shroodle walking around because I knew how small it was, but I'm pretty sure that does it. That we've got all of the Pokemon. I've shown them all. If you enjoyed it, then please do leave a like, leave a comment, maybe subscribe if you want to see any more Cobblemon content and Cobblemon guides, or just random weird stuff because I am prone to that. Oh, we should do one more thing. All the Pokemon here, who am I picking? If I have to pick one Pokemon that I could add, and that's it, which would I add? That's a good question. I can't pick one. I can't do it. I tried. I can't do it, guys. The Men of Kelp all together. The trio. Yeah, we're here. We're Kelp. And that's the end of the video. Later. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. We'll have lots more 1.4 content coming for you and a lot of projects that I'm really, really, really excited about.